Surprise, motherfucker.
Just fucking sit down and there's panic music going on. Holy shit. But hey everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Legaia 2, Duel Saga. We're gonna pick up where we left off as soon as this panic music dies down a little bit. Gotta make sure all the audio is working. Oh yeah, I think we're good to go. I recently had to change that, so I gotta make sure it's not gonna cause me any problems. But anyway, yeah, let's go for it. So we entered the Thunder Mine. Or we're going to, sorry, we gotta go look for it. More optional conversations, I'm guessing, before we leave. Gun says, hey, you want some too? That kid, he's not too bright, but he sure can cook. That kid, he's not too bright. Watch it, Guns, or I'll put you on a diet of bread and water. Astea says, you look bored. I bet a little game to liven things up. Oh, another mini game. Don't worry, it's nothing too hard. Just throw your knife at the center of the helm. You get 100 points if you hit the center, 20 points for the outer rim, and no points if you miss entirely. You get bonus points if you hit the center more than one time in a row. But we don't play for free around here. It'll cost you 100 gold to play. If you score enough points, I'll give you something from my special collection. What do you say? Sure, why not? Okay. Good. Okay, now stand behind that line there. Let's play. I almost forgot. Do you want me to tell you how to throw first? That would help. Okay. Are you gonna aim for the helm? Use this gauge here to set the vertical direction. And use this gauge to set the horizontal direction. Got it? When both the gauges are right about in the middle. Press the X button and throw your knife. Oh, you have to line them both up at the same exact time. Okay. Easy, right? Now it's your turn. That was, yeah, I was like, not quite. This requires patience. A 100. At least you don't have to get like right in the actual middle. You just have to hit that center circle. So yeah, you're basically playing darts but with knives. Thea says, 340 points. Pitiful. You've got no talent. Were your eyes open when you threw those knives? I sure hope you didn't expect to get anything from my collection for that score. Not a chance, mate. Hey there, doesn't look like you have anything to do. How about a game? We have plenty to do, but yeah. If you say no, he says, don't be such a cheapskate. It's only a game. Fuck you. Damn! They skipped most of the game. I guess they probably did various attempts to increase their score and they just edited it out. They edited it out. There we go. Stay says, 540 points. Well, you seem to know how to handle a blade, but that's still a lousy score. Yeah, you can have the consolation prize. Bronze Barome. They're gonna show us what happens for every score. Right in the fucking middle.
Good.
Random ass voice says good.
Miracle.
What the fuck? What are these voices, bro? This score is ridiculously high. You better not talk shit anymore. Yeah, see, they're just finishing the game because they already got a ridiculously high score at this point, so they don't need to bother. Astea says 5,620 no. Oh my god, I read around 56,120 points? Jesus. What are you? You're not using some kind of magic, are you? I've never seen a score this high.
Surprise, Surprise, motherfucker.
You're an expert with those knives. This is the last of my collection. Go on, take it. Acquired the nickname Knife Master and acquired Heaven's Secret. I'm guessing this is a hyper art for Sharon, isn't it? Oh wait, it's just a crafting material. A rare gem said to have fallen down from heaven. Okay. Sounded like it might have been the name of a book for a hyper art, but no. Okay. Back at sees. Would you like to try some of my famous cooking? It'll cost you. Oh, I said Backety says, not sees. I don't know what the hell happened there. Pirate galley, swords, and souls. We got glass of grog for 200 gold, fried turkey for 400, jambalaya for 600, roast beef for 800, and barbecue veggies for 1,000. Tempting choices. I don't think you're ready for that. What did he choose? Or did he back out? A glass of grog. I don't think you're ready for that. You're underage, like you can't drink, basically. He's not 21. Fried turkey. Lang says, was this just fried? Crunchy on the outside and piping hot on the inside. I love the meat around the bones. He loves meat around the bones. Keep that in mind, ladies. Back at his pretty good, eh? I said it again. Something about his name. I keep saying Backety sees. No, Backety says. Okay, so it's the same shit. Jambalaya. Lang says there's so many things in here. This is a huge helping. Do pirates always eat like this? Lang learned how to make jambalaya. Backety says, pretty good, right? Same thing. Roast beef. Lang says this roast beef is cut so thick. It's so good. The meat is so tender and juicy. Okay. Barbecue veggies. Lang says I'm supposed to eat it right off the stick? It looks simple, but what a wild taste. Lang learned how to make barbecue veggies. What are we making? Pasta carbonara. Pasta carbonara! Maya says, Leon taught me how to make it. How is it? Yeah, I did teach her that. I taught Maya how to cook pasta carbonara. Totally. I've never fucking heard of the recipe in my life, but yeah, I did that. So what? Ling says, it has a mild and smooth flavor. And then just clattering his plates. Spaghetti's so hard to eat. Sharon says, look, if you spin your fork this way, you can get it to your mouth. She's teaching him how to eat spaghetti. HP and MP restored, defense, men, agility, and whatever the fuck CHA is increased. What is that pasta that you made the other day called, Maya? Oh, literally, the other day. So that was a long time ago, basically. No, we just hit chat in the same campfire scene. Maya says, pasta carbonara. Why? Lang says, well, I'd kind of like to have it again. Maya says, really? I'm happy to hear that. She's like, he loves my cooking. Yes, I have a chance. He's pulling. Sharon says, Lang, I can make pasta too. Oh my god, Sharon did not just say that. Dude, it's official. That was it. That was Sharon's declaration of war, man. She's like, you know what? I want Lang for myself. I'm fighting Maya for him. Because then says, you mean your soba noodles? Soba noodles? Sharon says, shut up! It's an authentic pasta. A recipe I learned from my dad.
You suck!
Sharon has learned how to make pirate pasta, or rather remembered how, or just mentioned that she can. Well, now we gotta try that to see what Ling says about it. So literally cooking another recipe in Sharon's presence unlocked a new recipe. Ignis would be proud. But yeah, Sharon's not gonna let Maya have Ling without a fight, man. She's declaring war. Sharon says, here you go. This is pirate pasta. My dad taught me. Ling says, what flamboyant colors. And what a punch to the palate. Maya says, it's a bit spicy, but I guess this is the pirate style. Kazan's gonna like it, right? Kazan says, this flavor makes me feel nostalgic. But yeah, you like spicy food. HP and MP restored, attack, defense, and agility increased. Because it's spicy. There's the thunder mine. Interesting. It's not like... Yeah, it's just on the other side of the mountains covering Knoll, Lang's village. Lang says, so we can get a Thunderwind Stone here, huh? Kazan says, gee, I hope so, but I don't know. That was a long time ago, after all. I think we should try looking for the one there, though. Or I think we should try looking for one there. Gotta get geared up. Kazan's back in the party. Maya's on the bench. Kazan was on the bench before this. Change shape. What the hell? Did she get new art blocks or something? I wasn't expecting to see new moves of hers. Rave Storm. Okay. What else? Blood Spark? Not too shabby. God, these guys are freaky. That's a cool new sword. I don't know which one it is that we bought, but it's fucking awesome. Yeah, her art blocks must have increased. I didn't realize she got access to new moves. Oh, the party's been swapped out again though. I guess I just wanted to show that off real quick. Now it's Kazan and Maya. Another camping kit. We have a lot of those now. We got 5 from doing that one thing. How was it that rewarded us? The quiz, right? I think that's what it was. That thing's gonna fucking blow up. Not if Kazan busts its jaw first. That fucking thing looked like it looked like one of those fucking brain enemies from Duke Nukem 3D. The first time I've seen that victory pose for Maya. Fuck is that? Oh shit. More camping. This ought to be interesting. Thanks, so we can get a Thunderwind Stone from here, yada yada. It's the same conversation as before. Nothing new then. Whew. Oh, they went into slot 2. This is serious. They needed more backup saves. Okay. What the fuck is this? There's a round hole in the pedestal. Insert the lightning tier. Where the hell did we get that? Well, I guess we can go through now. A Hellgigas. Holy shit, look at him. This is fucking huge. He sped it up. I slowed it back down to normal. Oh, that would have looked insane if I kept it sped up. Double speed. Iron muscle. Jesus. Okay, now he looks like a traditional Hellgigas, as they're depicted in other games. Oh, you break the bridge above. Essentially, just to get to this. The Book of Eden. The hell is that? Sharon's handwritten book of a secret technique. The secret of the Lord of Eden technique. Okay, there's the hyper upper. I'm guessing we'll be seeing that soon. What was the name of the move? Lord of Eden? Okay. There it is. Alright, cool. The effect of the cooking is worn off. We're hungry again. fried turkey. Let's see how this goes. Link says, this is satisfyingly well fried. They put choo choo without the asterisk, so she literally said, Maya said, choo choo. It's a bit oily for me, I guess. Wait, who made this one? Hold on. It was Lang, okay. Got it. I forgot to see who made it. Satisfyingly well fried. Maya says, a bit oily for me, I guess. Sharon says, it tastes better than back of these. Kazan says, the meat on the bone. It's so perfect, so flavorful. Nice. Lang's become quite the chef. He's getting complimented. Zodiac, how's it going? Hope you're having a good evening. And yeah, the thunder. Oh my god, the thunder planes. I don't know if I ever did that, to be honest. I have no recollection of ever having done that, but if I did, I only did it one time in my entire life, and that was it. I played that game initially with my brother. He might have been the one to do it. 200 lightning bolts is absolutely fucking insane. That better not be what's in here. Oh no. The fuck is... Okay. We got some kind of slime ball waiting for us up there. $200 lightning bolts. Man, they really wanted to give that game replay value, didn't they? Like, without a guide, how would you ever think you would need to do that for anything important? Oh, okay, no new enemies, really. How would you think you need to do that at all for anything? Who first discovered that shit? That's what I want to know. Or unless the game tells you. I don't remember. It's a jelly melt. Yeah. So let's melt them.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Get shot, asshole. You got fried. Acquired lightning's here. Was this direction just a complete detour? It's starting to look like it. There's been a lot of micromanaging with gear and the party setup in this one. I think they're trying to learn as many skills as they can from like their accessories. And here goes the other lightning tier. There we go. Where's this going, I wonder? I thought that would have gotten rid of the white lightning bolts. cloud eaters. What are they supposed to do from here? Where would they take this lightning to? Is there a third pedestal somewhere? Was that a new ability we hadn't seen? I was like, hold on. I know Diva did an AoE before, but I don't think that was it. Was it? No, he did Earth Energy last time. Oh, we haven't seen this one. I was completely zoned out thinking about where they had to go in the dungeon. I'll be honest. I was like, where would they take that lightning tier? I just didn't even... Earth charge? He literally turns himself into a fucking rocket.
A test of your reflexes.
Jesus Christ. It's a fucking nuke. Okay, so that one stays... Oh, because I get it. So they had to put that one there first to keep that one turned off when they got the other one, the first one back. Now they can take this one way over here, and there's probably another pedestal over here. Okay. There's a round hole in the pedestal. Like all the other ones. We're going in like a big circle here. I know. With little detours. Damn. The cooking doesn't last long for sure. What the?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Dude, he blended in so well, I did not see that shit. Where the hell did he come from? Or was he off screen? Tell me he was off screen. No, he was right there the whole time, look. He was stuck to the damn wall. Which I wouldn't expect they could do that. So I also wouldn't have looked out for that. Damn, they fucking got my ass. As soon as you approach the treasure chest, he just...
Surprise, motherfucker. You bastard son of a...
He's so tiny, though. Just beat the shit out of it. No fancy shit here. Well, she can do anything, because she uses magic. That's a lot of fire. Kill it with fire. That's the joke, I guess. Now she's starting, you know, to resemble Noah a little bit more. Acquired Petrify Cure. A little climbing animation. The run is still so jarring though. The run animation, oh my god. Jesus Christ. It's funny, you know, you did just reference FF10. And I've already said this before, but it's funny to see Yuna run the same way in FF10 too. If you make a female midlander here in FF14, same thing. You get that dainty ass anime girl run. And there's the third one. So that should open up all the paths. Now let's punch our way through here and see what's on the other side. Another one. Okay, so there's actually one more pedestal. Two more counting the one we got right before that, so... You know, they called it a thunder mine. I was expecting to be in an enclosed space where actually... There's actually no roof above us at all, so... It's more like a quarry than a mine. Open air, you know? Lives up to the name partially a little better with thunder, because, I mean, outdoors, I guess a little bit more conducive to lightning bolt strikes, hearing thunder in the background. If it was an enclosed, like, indoors area, you wouldn't really... I guess they would have just had electricity all over the ground. Holy shit!
Surprise, motherfucker.
Okay, yeah, that got rid of all of them. I'm guessing there's only one way to approach. I have to go back down. Almond Float by Maya. Let's see how this goes. Maya says this isn't much, but try it and see. Because Anne says it's refreshing. I like giving my mouth a break with something like this. Sharon says, this is so refreshing. An almond float does sound... I don't know what that would taste like, but just knowing it's a float. Man, I could really go for something like that right now. Lang says, it's soft and smooth. Nice texture. MP restored and intelligence and men increased. At some point, I'll have to figure out what the hell men actually means. What is it? Mentality? Mental power? I don't know. I'm guessing they go with sweets being the thing that raises, like, intelligence and magic related stuff, because of the fact that, like, your brain can feed off of sugar quite a bit as an energy source. And, like, real life biology, it can burn through it pretty quick. And, you know, it hypes you up too, so you're just like, you become hella sharp for a little bit. The key phrase being a little bit. Because then you crash and you feel like shit. So who's this asshole?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Storm Idol.
He's pulling his car out.
I mean, he's got one big ass arm over there. The token boss fight, man. Jesus Christ, man. Their synergy attacks.
Son of a bitch.
Boost oil. All of her stats increased. Only have a few of those though. Probably why he raised intelligence. Gonna need to use a lot of magic in this fight because this thing looks physically tough. Watching this Legaia 2 playlist along with you is making me feel like a lot of people were overly negative about this game when it released. Were they? See, I didn't really have internet access back then. And I was kind of too young and definitely wasn't on any forums where people were like... where I could hear people's opinions and all that. Like, I just went on the internet to look up cheat codes and guides, or whenever I had access to it. So I have no idea what anybody's opinions of like more niche games like this were back in the day, and I'm only now just hearing what people thought of these games back then. But I'm only hearing it now that I'm going back to play them on stream. You know, I had no idea that this game wasn't well received. Because so far I'm fucking loving it. I think it's actually a great sequel to the last game. It definitely has some things, like a few nitpicks that I've found that I'm like, you know, but some of them I actually had since the first game, like the Raw Siru or the, in this case, the Origins. They don't have a lot of screen time outside of battle. Felt like they should have had more lines of dialogue and all that. That's about the only nitpick I've found so far, though. Otherwise, I see it as a huge improvement from the first game, so I'm surprised people didn't like this. A few streams ago, I do remember saying that I saw... Yeah, poor Maya, dude. I do remember I talked about it, that I heard people say this game was more lighthearted, but I didn't know it was... Well, actually, yeah, the guy, when he said it, he did seem like he was complaining about it, but I thought that was just like a few people, you know? Like, it's not as dark and serious as much as the first game, for sure. But I mean, are there other things that people didn't like about it? It really was just the tone of the story that threw them off? I mean, to be fair, the first game set some expectations, I will say, especially towards the end, dude. Like, have you... I don't know if I showed you the playlist that I've been listening to for the first game's music when doing the before and like when I take a break while playing or while watching this. But some of the comments people have left on some of the songs, specifically like the one that plays for Concram, a lot of people are in agreement that the game gets really fucking dark towards the end. Like the first Legend of Legaia, and I was like, yeah, I can't disagree with that. Like, it gets insanely dark. Like, it turns into a fucking Aliens movie with people being stuck in the walls and shit. Like, I said it before. Wait, did she kill it? She fucking killed it with that crazy attack. It did a fuck ton of damage, but I didn't think it was just gonna like... I thought he had more fight in him than that. Okay, well, real quick before the next story beat happens, I gotta get this thought out there. Like I said, a lot of people were in agreement that it got really dark at that moment, and I did mention, like, last stream or the one before that, some of that was inspired by the movie The Thing. I think it was pretty much the 1980s version they were talking about, but yeah. Which is still considered by most to be one of, like, the best horror movies of all time. I haven't watched it yet, and I said it before because the practical effects freak me out, and I feel like it's gonna scar me. But I know enough about it and watch somebody play the video game, which is like a sequel to it, to see why. Like, I get that. But yeah, like, just the game ending like that, and then even the rest of the game was still, you know, if you really think about it, was also still kind of dark. It just, I can see exactly why people were expecting the, you know, the next game to be just like that, you know? Concram and Biocastle definitely leaned into the body horror aspect. Yeah, exactly. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, dude, when you get permission from the queen to go down the stairs to go see the king for the Siru Flame, and you talk to those soldiers that are stuck together, and then they split apart, and that giant flesh ball behind them that they're attached to also splits apart. It's fucking nasty. Like, I was like, the only thing that could probably help today is the fact that the graphics they're outdated. They don't hold up to today. But back then, when those were peak graphics and your imagination did the rest, especially if you're a kid, that shit freaked me the fuck out, man. Like, that whole thing, yeah, like all of that was just horrifying. So yeah, long story short, it definitely, I can see how this threw people off. At the same time, looking back at it now, though, from this perspective of, like, today, I feel like that's probably why they did it. They wanted to do something more lighthearted this time around because they realized how dark the last game was. But it didn't work in their favor, it seems. So is that, like, the biggest complaint most people have, then? Is the story's too lighthearted? Or are there other things? Because gameplay-wise, I definitely think this is way more refined. And also, this might not be main story related, but I said last stream too that I enjoy the how you can flesh out the characters and their backstories, but mostly you can just develop them by doing side content, which is actually hidden. You can just go back to old towns when you get like a new character or when there's a new story beat. I really like that a lot. Like, I think this game is a huge upgrade, honestly. There's a lot of it that I wish was in the first, but you know, they didn't have the budget. So I'm hoping the only complaint most people had was just the story being, you know, a different tone. Because the rest seems pretty cool to me. That's the main complaint you've seen? Yeah, I would think so. Okay, yeah. Well, that makes sense then. Like, I guess it threw people off. They were expecting more of the same. Sharon says, whoa, this is a Thunderwind Stone. I bet that monster didn't even know what it was. But it came down to protect it. Sharon says, with a rock like this, my ship will be unstoppable. There's not a storm I can't handle now. Also, I feel like, this is kind of a side note, but I feel like if they ever remade Legend of Legaia, they would hella nerf the body horror at the end. Unless they would be okay with a mature rating. But even then, I think it just wouldn't... Like, I don't think I've seen that even in modern horror games, like actual horror games. I don't think I've seen body horror like that. But maybe I just haven't played the right ones. Either way, I feel like they would nerf it. Kazan says, well then, let's go back to Derek's haunt and attach it to the pirate ship. Mike says, sounds good to me. But yeah, that game would definitely get a mature rating. If they kept it as it was and remade it, it would get a mature rating today, just for that. Just for that alone. That section of the game alone. Well, Maya learned from the spell of thunder, Raging Sky. And we got the Thunderwind Stone, so we can set sail now. Oh, right. New conversations. Lane says, so this is a Thunderwind Stone, huh? Sharon says, that's right. As long as we have that, we can bring my ship back to life. Let's get it to the pirate's hideout. some of the minigames in this game are a little questionable, yeah? Explains why I completely forgot about them until you mentioned it just now. Yeah, the things I've enjoyed about this game are the character development, especially the extra that you can do as like side content. Minigames definitely are nothing to write home about though, yeah, for sure. Kazan says the pyrolith is on a volcanic isle. Apparently it's on an island in the south called Draconia. Lang says, I'm pretty sure Bubba said that Doplin and his men are searching for the stones too. I hope they haven't beaten us to them. Let's go. He doesn't know, Pepe laughed. They had all three of them already. They gave you back the Aqualith, already had the other two, and they just literally put them back to bait you so they could test you. Oh, so Avalon can test you. They always had him. But he doesn't know. Él no sabe. Plus, the Pyrolith and the Aerolith are basically just traps waiting to be sprung on us. Part 40, Stowaway. Stowaway? What the fuck? Where's this going? Somebody's gonna sneak on board our ship or something when we take off? Lang says this is a Thunderwind Stone, right? This is what you need? Gave the Thunderwind Stone to Dupont. Dupont says, whoa, it's huge. I've never seen a Thunderwind Stone this big. A rock that size should last us 100 years or more. I'll go install it again right away. Or install it right away, not again. Says Yan, or Jan, I think is, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Dupont says, I've gotta say, I didn't think they'd actually go find one for us. I'm impressed. Sharon says, okay, we've got our Thunderwind Stone. It's time to get this adventure underway. Jan says, Captain, I've replaced the Thunderwind Stone. Ready whenever you are. Sharon says, alrighty then. Get cracking, mateys. Weigh anchor. Alright, Captain. Now, after we had that whole conversation, I got... Kanjiro! Kanjiro says, I bet there's some money to be made on this trip. A lot of money. I'll just sneak on. They won't even notice.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'll sneak on when it's already taken off. The most dangerous time to try to board it. But of course he's got plot armor, why wouldn't he? Oh, there it is. It's not even that far away. I was like, I don't remember this world map being that big. It's not. Volcanic Isle Draconia. Like, what the fuck's wrong with the character models? It's just the sunlight. Oh, it's this music! Speaking of Concram, yeah, this is the music that plays there. So that's not the first place it plays. The first place it plays in the first game is... I believe it is in Jeremiah. Yeah, when you first reach Jeremiah in the Sabacus Islands. The second part of the game. Sharon says, wow, can't believe it. Who knew there was a path like this on the volcanic isle? The treasure must be further inside, right? Ah, I remember. Okay, so I lost what I was saying earlier. I'm wondering, after that conversation we had about the difference in the story tones, I'm wondering if the writer for this game is different or if it's the same person. I'll have to look it up. Sharon says... Lang says, do you think the pyrolith is inside, Master? God damn, he's tall. But then says, I've never been here before. What makes you think I would know? But there are footprints. It looks like someone's been here. That's right. Didn't Doplin say that they were heading south to look for the sacred stones? These footprints could be theirs. Parent says, look at this. See? There's a treasure here after all. She gone. What the hell is this? It's just a lousy glass ball. Fuck! Maya says, follow the narrow path. It leads to the, Lang says, you can read this, Maya? Maya says, it looks a lot like the letters we use in my village, but I can't read all of it. Sharon says, what does it mean? What are we supposed to do now? And there's Kenjiro.
Surprise, motherfucker.
It's a good thing I tagged along.
Dylan!
What, he just magically knows what to do? Sharon says, who the hell is this? Kazan says, huh? Kenjiro. What are you doing here? Kenjiro says, I knew I'd make some money on this trip. I overheard you at the pirate hideout, so I snuck on board. Sharon says, you snuck on board? My ship? Well, well. We can't have that now, can we? Oh, shit!
He's pulling his cock out!
Kenjiro says, oh! Just calm down, Captain. Don't do anything rash. Sharon says, there's only one way to deal with stowaways. And it's not pretty. Maya says, Sharon! Kenjiro says, oh, I can't help you if I'm dead. I've seen them before. The letters. Those letters in the magic circle. I know them.
Oh, shit!
If you kill me, you'll have no idea what it says. Sharon says, is that so? You better be telling the truth. For your sake. Well, speak up. What does it say? Kenjiro says, let's see. I don't know.
Surprise, motherfucker.
That's it. Let me at him.
You suck.
Just, let me finish. When I said that I knew the letters, I meant that I know the island they come from. Look how as soon as he said I don't know, she just fucking kicks him. Link says, an island? Uh-huh. It's an island called Jinga, says Kenjiro. It's southeast of Tanzan. There are giant ruins there. Yeah, that's me right now. What? Kazan's got the right idea. Are we seriously about to have to take another goddamn fucking detour? I almost accused the Thundermine of being a little bit filler. But I was like, no, I get it. Like, it's necessary. Like, you know, yeah, you have to go get a key to go to the next dungeon. You get another dungeon for that. Sure, that makes sense. But now it's like, we just got here and you're telling me we now have to leave again to go get something else so we can come back here?
Bruh.
I hope I'm wrong about this, but I don't know. See? Kazan's like, really? I didn't think there were any inhabited islands in the southeast. Chan says, you better not be lying. I'd be careful with my words if I were you. Got it? Kenjiro says, yes. Yes, ma'am. I swear on my mother's grave that I'm telling the truth. I've done business with people there. Those letters are exactly the same as the ones they use. Kazan says, what do you want to do, Lane? Lane says, if there's something on that island that'll help us make progress here, we should go check it out. Kenjiro, you said that Jinga is southeast of Tanza, right? Kenjiro says, Lang, does that mean you believe me? You're a smart man, all right? A smart man. Chan says, just what did you mean by that? You're surprised that he believed you, huh? If I find out you're lying, well...
Son of a...
Kenjiro says, I'm not. I'm telling the truth. Honest. Well, I don't believe you, but Lang seems to. You're the only one that knows the way. Back to the ship with you.
You suck!
She kicks him. Chan says, you got a problem with that? I'd be happy to lop off your head right now. Well? Gio says, I don't have a problem, man. Asshole. Finally, someone puts him in his place. Kazan says, Jinga, the island of ruins. You could be lying, but should we try to find it anyway, Lang? Lang says, yeah, we have to try. Son of a bitch. They put a lot of hoops just to get here. How many hoops is there gonna be to jump through for the aerolith later? Holy shit. Lang says, it looks like the letters from Maya's village. Either way, I don't know what it says. According to Kenjiro, he saw letters like these on some island to the southeast of Tanza. Okay. Spoilers, bro! Alright, so that's when we're getting... I saw in the playlist, though. That it's coming up soon. The Hill of Giants to Jinga. We don't want you going to this place without the last party member. Yeah, my memory does... I do remember the volcano dungeon being very late game. As like, I do remember that from my kid memory. So it did feel like we were going there a little too soonish, so now it makes sense. They made us go somewhere else first. I bet this is probably just a town, though. And then we go straight back to the volcano, but who knows. Maya says, Lang, wasn't the sea huge? Lang says, yeah. It just went on and on. Like you could see right to the ends of the earth. Sharon says the sea is unending. It goes on forever. That's why it fills you with unending dreams. Hey, listen to me, will ya? But it really is unending, you know? That's because it's all connected in a big loop. Because the earth is round, you see, is what she's saying. That's what she said, it's a big loop. But yeah, she did get oddly sort of sentimental, head in the clouds kind of, which isn't really her style. I like how she noticed that immediately. She's like, listen to me. She got poetic, which was nice. I didn't mind it, but she got self-conscious. Jan says, how did you like it? Riding on the Bloodhawk. Wasn't it the best? And she's like, huh? That was great, right? Oh, here we go. There was a lot of puzzles in this dungeon? Oh, shit. It was great. Couldn't really say it was awful. Thanks, says it was pitching and rolling so bad. It made me really sick. I never want to get on that ship again, ever. Here we go. Sharon says, what? Would you care to repeat that? Link says, yikes. I was just being honest. Sharon says, that ship is my precious remembrance of my father. But you talk about it like that? How dare you? That's it?
You son of a bitch!
Kazan says, Sharon, Lang had never been on a ship before. Can't you give the guy a little slack? He was just seasick. We all know how important that ship is to you. You love it as much as your own life. We understand that. Sharon says, okay then. But listen, you've got to throw up, do it over the rail. I'll have the head of anyone who throws up on my deck. Lang says, that is one scary woman. I think I will stick to Maya. You know, they say, never stick your dick in crazy, but they also say, that's the funnest. Anyway, Lang says, gee, I don't know. It was the first time I'd ever been on a ship. Which answer was this? Oh, they couldn't really say, the undecisive one. AFK for B? Yeah, take your time, Zodiac. Don't worry about it. You're cool. Lang says, gee, I don't know. It was the first time I'd ever been on a ship, so I couldn't really say. Sharon says, what do you know? The Bloodhawk is no ordinary ship, I tell you. Not by a long shot. It can plow its way through storms and tornadoes. My ship is invincible. Kazan says, yeah, well, if we hadn't gotten you a Thunder Windstone, your invincible ship would still be sitting there right about now. Sharon says, you stay out of this. I'm letting you ride my ship, aren't I? You should be grateful. Kazan and Sharon are just never gonna get along. Lang says, oh, this is if you answer, what is it? It was great. Lang says, no doubt. Cutting through the sea breeze, being out on the sea is great. Sharon says, that a boy. I knew you'd like it. I've got an idea. How about we start our own little pirate legend together? Just you and me. Shots fired again. Maya? There it is. I don't know if it's Lang or Maya responding, but somebody said, Sharon says, we could get us a bunch of henchmen and about 5 pirate ships. Yeah, we could form a whole fleet. I think it's Maya. She's trying to interject because she's getting insecure now. Sharon says, you could be the captain, Lang, and I could be the captain's girl. Oh my god, she's not even being subtle about this. Of course not. That's not her style. We know this. We've been through this before. I don't know why I'm still surprised. How she just goes all in and she does not give a fuck if Maya's listening to this. You know what? At the end of this, I wouldn't be surprised if Sharon just says, I was just giving them a push, you know? Like, I was just trying to create some tension and a little bit of jealousy there to give Maya that push she needs, you know, or Lang, to, like, get them together. That's all I was doing. It was 5D chess, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't actually interested in him, and then she's gonna sulk and pout in the corner and be like, damn. Anyway, she says, you could be the captain, Lang, and I could be the captain's girl. What do you say? Excuse me? That's definitely Maya. Sharon says, what? What do you want? Maya says, we're trying to get the Source Forge back to the way it was, remember? Nice dodge, Maya. Damn, Maya's pissed. She's pulling out the cat claws, man. We're on the verge of a fucking cat fight right now. Sharon says, okay already, I get it. But can't the girl dream for a while? What do you look so mad for? Maya's grumbling. Maya's fucking pissed. She's like,
This son of a bitch!
damn. Well, she got her to pull out the cat claws. Sharon says, just who is that shady Kanjiro guy? Well, tell me you guys know him. Unfortunately, we do. He's an acquaintance of ours, he's our friend, he's a complete stranger. He's our friend. I wouldn't go that far, but... honestly, I think I would have said he's a complete stranger just because fuck him. That's because he annoyed me earlier. Making us do that chore just to give us what we need to go in the castle. Lang says, yeah, there was a little incident and that's when we met him. I guess you could call him a friend of ours. Sharon says, I don't know. You gotta be more careful choosing your friends, right? I'm with Sharon on this one. You'll never profit being friends with a guy like that. Yeah, not unless he profits too. I know what you mean, asshole. Maya says, Sharon, do you really pick your friends based on profit and loss? Sharon says, don't be so naive. Life is all give and take, you know? Sadly, even when we don't realize this, it is. What else is there besides profit and loss? Except it's not just monetary. Like, sometimes the profit can literally just be, you know, not being lonely. Sometimes it's as simple as that. You're always benefiting in some way when you become friends with somebody. the way she's depicting it and what Maya's trying to explain here is that, yeah, she kind of paints it as a more dreary sort of thing, like a more materialistic and shallow kind of relationship. But if you really think about it, we're always looking for some kind of benefit when we reach out to someone else. And if it becomes mutual, then it's, it becomes an authentic relationship or friendship, and it becomes symbiotic, then that's great. That's the best outcome, right? You're both helping each other out. But it's rarely ever 100% selfless. Like 100%. If we're being 100% honest. Kazan says, that's funny. Your pirate business doesn't seem to be making much of a profit. Oh, shit! Chances, you stay out of this! I just didn't want to have some dumb, boring job, that's all. Dude, every time Sharon, like, starts to pop off, Kazan will always just have some one-liner to, like, put her back in her place, and then Sharon's just like, the only thing she can ever come back with when he says something like that is, you stay out of this! Like, this doesn't concern you, prick. Oh, what did he pick now? He's a complete stranger, what I would have said, just cause fuck him. Lang says, no, we don't know Kenjiro at all. He's a complete stranger. Sharon says, really? That's good. If you said you were friends with a guy like that, I would have had second thoughts about teaming up with you. Exactly. Yeah, me too. Maya says, and just why is that? Sharon says, it's just what my intuition tells me, that's all. The guy gives off the distinct odor of a con man. I mean, just look at his face, yeah. He looks just like our president. Or rather, well, yeah, kind of, both of them, yeah. Meaning the one that's in office still now and the one that's gonna be in office next month. Yes. I was mostly referring to the one next month, but you know what? Both fits just fine. Maya says, what an awful thing to say. True, Kenjiro might not take a bath as often as he should, but that's no reason. Alright, Maya just told us something else about him we didn't know, because again, we can't smell what's in a video game. Us, meaning the audience. Kazan says, I've gotta agree, he's a bad egg. He tries to get a hold of everything he lays eyes on. See? Kazan has sense. For once, he agreed with Sharon. They actually got along for one moment right there. I mean, but yeah, I was just about to say, I mean, after all these interactions, Sharon's definitely more my type than Maya. I gotta say, she's won me over. Like, me personally, it's just like, yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, I like her, in terms of potential waifus, her personality type is definitely vibing with me a little more. A lot more, actually. Maya's still adorable, though. But just in a different way. Sharon is definitely, yeah, I'd rather date her if I was Lang, basically. If I was in Lang's shoes, but that's just because, that's me. Lang has his own personality. He's not Vaughn, where you insert your own personality, He actually talks and has his own way of being. Okay, so he's an acquaintance of ours. What happens there? Lang says, yeah, he's an acquaintance of ours, but also that shouldn't be a surprise. I don't know how many times I've said on stream that I tend to be like I said, I don't particularly have just one type, but there is something like sort of, I guess, exciting about the personality type that Sharon has. You're never going to be bored. But there's a dark side to it too. If you piss her off, then yeah, it can get ugly, so it would be kind of scary, but that would also be part of the thrill, I think that is something that is something else that I saw somebody say somewhere on the fucking internet. It was a while back when somebody had said the classic line of don't stick your dick in crazy. And then I think this was actually a Discord conversation I saw on a server that I was lurking in. Somebody said, but that's part of the thrill, like it's the fact that you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, you don't know if she's gonna, like, I think they were just implying that it's like, it's the fun of being in a dangerous situation, basically. And it's just like the adrenaline rush. I was like, all right, I can kind of see that, but I don't know, man. That's still kind of scary. Like, you gotta really measure, like, is it worth it? Lang says, yeah, he's an acquaintance of ours. Sharon says, really? Well, listen to me then. You better not have anything to do with a guy like that. Trust me on this one. The guy gives off the distinct odor of a con man. So, same thing as the other answer. I says, what an awful thing to say. True Kenjiro might not take a bath as often as he should, but that's no reason.
You suck!
That was aimed at Kenjiro, because he doesn't bathe, apparently. Kazan says, well, it's not good to judge a book by its cover, but in Kenjiro's case, if you don't watch that guy, he'll scam you. Thank you. See, this is the voices of experience here. Since Sharon and Kazan are older than Lang and Maya, they know better. Lang says, so this is Jinga, huh? You really think we'll find anything here that'll help? Maya says, you're awful, Lang. Kenjiro told us so. Don't you believe him? Oh my god, Maya, you are way too naive. You see, this is what I'm saying. This is why the benefits of an older, more experienced woman, aka Sharon. I think I might slightly prefer that more, yeah, actually. Because this is, yeah, this is bad. Maya is way too trusting. I mean, for plot reasons, he is probably telling the truth, but there's definitely going to be some kind of rug pull. You know there's going to be some kind of rug pull here. Just like Haktua. Alright, so we're eating pork cutlet bowl, made by Ling. Kenjiro would definitely try to sell us a cryptocurrency in the modern day. Lang says, I really did it this time. I didn't make any extra, just so you all know. So you better enjoy, basically. Kazan says, pork cutlet bowl, huh? Wow, I can taste the stock. Maya says it's like a combo of rice and a little side dish. Good. Sharon says it's a bit different from the one in Tanza. You need more chili peppers. She's like, Wayne, you gotta do it better.
You suck!
Use more chili. Whew. Hill of Giants, Jinga. This is like Kongol's home and Legend of Dragoon. Except he's not like the last remaining surviving of his kind. We're gonna meet giant people.
Surprise, motherfucker!
What is this? Lang says, what's that? Well, okay then. Who's that down there? Gotta say, it was pretty funny seeing Maya get pissed off for the first time. Like, we'd seen her get emotionally upset before, but she got so defensive and territorial over Lang when Sharon was just blatantly hitting on him. The fact that Sharon even went as far as to say she would make Lang the captain and then she would just be the captain's girl, even though she's the captain right now, obviously, of her own ship. The fact that she was basically saying, I'll be your submissive. And Lang was just like, and Maya was fucking pissed. That was great. Honestly, seeing that side of Maya come out like that, her pulling out the claws, that was good. Guide to tomorrow. Lang says he's huge. Sharon basically said, I'll let you dom me, Lang. Take that hint. Vulgar Giant says, leave this place, heathens. This dude is gigantic, yeah. Oh shit, that went by kind of fast. Elderly Giant says, Silent Eagle. Those people are different. They are nature speakers. Oh, is that what they call mystics? Oh, 1 second. Silent Eagle says nature speakers? Chief Westwind says it is as the spirit predicted. The time has come. You are the nature speakers. I believe they call you mystics now. Oh, there it is. Link says, what do you mean predicted? Chief Westwind says, the spirit rain told me that you would come to these lands. Come with me, nature speakers. Well, that implies that origins are definitely connected to nature in some inherent way. I didn't even realize for a second that that was a complete mohawk. Like, because we saw him straight from the front, so it just looked like a single patch of hair. And then he turned to the side and it's like a whole mohawk. It's like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. Silent Eagle says, Chief Westwind, what of the tribal law? Does not our law forbid contact with those from the outside? The chief says, do not let that concern you now, Silent Eagle. Come, there is much to tell in little time. The vibe music. The chill vibe music. The chief says you came seeking answers, did you not? Something that only I would be able to answer. Correct? Link says yes. We're trying to get further into Volcanic Isle, but we're stuck. There's this place with letters carved into the ground and some kind of jewel in the center. The chief says you speak of the Earth Crest. You must sit on it. Really? Chief says the Earth Crest is a door, an entrance to a narrow passage, one through which only the Cabal may pass. Kazan says, how do you know about the Cabal? Chief says, I have watched the world for many, many years now. Their legends have not passed yet from this island. The Cabal were a people that sought to control the world through magic. Maya says, controlled the world through magic? Chief says, are you of the Cabal line? Yep, he is. Chief says, never mind. I must be mistaken. The chief says the Cabal believed they were chosen. They even called themselves the Chosen Ones. And what they craved was power. With each new power they acquired, they lost a bit of their humanity. By the time they controlled nature, even life and death itself, they believed themselves all-powerful. But the Cabal were destroyed. Lang says, how? The chief says the Cabal were destroyed by humans. Their arrogance proved to be their downfall. The Cabal were overconfident in their powers. They started to believe that they were not human, but gods. At least that was their claim. The rest of humanity feared their control. They wanted to save the world, and it compelled them to action. The ability to survive, enjoyed by all humanity, had been weakened in the Cabal due to their dependence on magic. So when the wars began, the Cabal were indeed powerful, but were lacking something. Humanity prevailed in the end. When the fighting was over, the world was little more than a wasteland. It was ages before the world returned to normal. Our one tribal law is as old as that legend. Silent Eagle says we can have nothing to do with the outside world. That is our law. From our perspective, the outside world is full of heathens. Getting involved would make us impure as well. The chief says these tablets were created by our ancestors so that we could communicate with the spirits. But I am the only one left that is able to communicate now. Nature speakers. The spirit told me that you would come here, and why. If the legends of my ancestors are true, you are searching for the altar of fire on the Volcanic Isle. However, you will never reach it, unless you can go through the Earth Crest. Link says, what's this? Chief says, this is the blue sky shard. With this, the earth crest should lead you to the altar of fire. Acquired the blue sky shard. Sweet. Chief says there is one more thing. I would like you to take Silent Eagle with you. Here we go. I knew this was coming. Silent Eagle says, Chief Westwind! But why? Chief says the end is quickly approaching. We can no longer sit by idly and watch. The time to act has come. Our tribe lives on this world too. We are part of this world, Silent Eagle. You, the most noble and strongest of our warriors, are the only one fit to complete this task. You gotta go save the world, man. Otherwise, your whole village is gonna die too. That's how it works when there's a threat against the entire planet. It's your problem whether you like it or not. You can't hide anywhere at that point. The chief says, nature speakers, what say you? Don't need him. The horrible answer. We're starting with that one. Link says, I'm sorry. We like to choose our companions ourselves. We can't take them with us. Silent Eagle says, I agree. This cannot be so important that I must break tribal law. The chief says, nature speakers. My tribe cannot do nothing while the end approaches. Please, let us fight together. You must help each other. Silent Eagle, you are hereby exempt from the law until your task is complete. Silent Eagle says, but... Chief says, listen to me, Silent Eagle. The law applies only to the living. If the world is destroyed, there will be no living, and the law will be useless. Kazan says, Lang, there's no reason to turn him down. It's just one more person anyway, right? Jaren says, he'll probably make for a sour shipmate, but he looks pretty strong. Why not let him come? Lang says, alright, you can come with us. Okay, we're going with the middle answer last, huh? Don't really care. Oh my god. Actually, I don't know what's worse. Don't really care or don't need him. Welcome him. Lang says, we'd be happy to have him. Are you willing to fight with us? Silent Eagle says, I cannot. I will follow the orders of Chief Westwind, but I will not follow you. Oh, that's it? It converges that quickly? Don't really care. Lang says, well, you did tell us what to do at Volcanic Isle. I guess it's alright. Silent Eagle says it is not alright with me. I cannot break the law. Chief says you must help each other, Silent Eagle. You are hereby exempt from the law until your test is complete. Just like before. He says, but... That's the same dialogue. Law applies only to the living. If the world dies, there's no point. You know. Lang says, Silent Eagle says, I do not wish for you to call me by that name. You may call me... Call me, he said. Ain! That's his name.
Dylan!
That's what we're gonna rename him to. Dylan.
Son of a bitch.
Wiki, again. Some kind of weird, inside joke with that thing. Ain. Wiki. What's up with the wiki, man? Lang says, why don't I just call you Ain, okay? Ain says, fine. Wait, so Lang came up with the name? Even though it sounded like Ain himself was gonna come up with it. Lang was like, how about I just call you Ain? Okay. Well, welcome back, Zodiac. The chief says, nature speakers. We have many valuable items that can only be found here. Some may prove useful in your journey. However, we have no use for money from the outside. If you have something of equal value, you may be able to trade. That makes sense. Ain has joined the party, which is... He's only named that because Lang gave him that name and he accepted it, but it's like, okay. Chief says, Silent Eagle is one of the most skilled in the tribe. I do not believe he would prove a burden to you. Timeless Brilliance says, our tribe has many nicknames. A nickname can tell you much about the person. Get a nickname? Cannot think of a suitable name. You have yet to prove yourself.
Bruh.
The Chief says that is a hellish cave that leads right to the netherworld. It is called the Centurion Challenge. Oh, I remember this! It's just a straight, narrow, long corridor that is like filled with back-to-back giant stone slabs that trigger battles, and each battle gets harder than the last. And you have to go through it all at once to reach the end. I forgot what the reward is, but I remember doing it. It's a hell of a long grind, but I remember finding it pretty fun. Like, I found a lot of this game's side content really fun. Like, I enjoyed a lot of this game. I definitely do not share the sentiment of everybody else from back in that day, because I love this game, honestly. Even though I remembered the first game more, because it had more of an impact, which I think is because of the darker story, I still enjoyed the hell out of this game, too. For a lot of reasons, and that's another big one. The chief says, inside the cave you will find many headstones. Within each headstone is a magical beast. A magical beast has been trapped. Many of our greatest warriors have attempted to pass through the cave, but none have succeeded. You may try if you so wish. We're too under-leveled for it right now, yeah. It's actual endgame shit. The chief says, I see. I may very well be a wise choice. The Guide to Tomorrow says Silent Eagle is the strongest member of our tribe. It will prove to be an invaluable asset. Okay. Acquired Restore Blossom. Oh, does it have a unique soundtrack? I think I remember enjoying that too, actually. Until we hear it, though, I won't know. We won't be hearing it for a while, though. I remember it being like one of the last things I ever did in the game. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I did all the, like, Hunter's Guild stuff first. That one mostly just because I really liked the storylines for that side content in particular, back in Kravia. Iron Heal Bottle? Okay. Noble Bison says, or Bison, sorry, Bison? The fuck? Noble Bison says, this shop carries valuable weapons made in ages past. I'm willing to trade for something of comparable value. Well, they had to do this for lore reasons. It wouldn't make sense for them to accept money from the outside when they're obviously cut off by their own volition. Can't trade any of my weapons for the items you possess. Razor Lion says, I have rocks and leather gathered by my ancestors. Would you like to trade? Jetto metal. Hold on. The name Jetto. That dark element Rossiru from before? That just says a heavy flexible ore found inside a Mount Gable cave. Wonder where the name Jetto comes from. Razor Lion says, if there's anything I can do to help, come back and let me know. Alright, cool. You know, they may be giants, but honestly, they're not that huge compared to Ain. Like, he's the actual, like, mega giant. Like, he towers over everybody, even of his own tribe. It's crazy. Azure Doe says, Chief Westwind said that when the black sun swallows the world, the nature speakers would come. You must be the ones of whom he spoke. At least Raim, you know, introduced us way before we even got here. That's good. Raim ended up being like the Hari character, but he just like had one scene and then dipped. That was it. It was just one and done. Out. Telling us the future and then fucking off. He didn't even really do that. Yeah, I think if I'd have to give a verdict, since we're we're not super close to the end of the game yet, but we're getting there. There's only 59 parts in this playlist, and we're at part 41. I would say if I compared it to Legend of Legaia, I would say that I like the story of Legend of Legaia better, but I like the gameplay and the side content of this game better, for sure. Well, gameplay, they're actually pretty much on par with each other, actually. Yeah. They're both, like, they have the, you know, very similar battle systems, obviously. That was, like, the main selling point. But yeah, the side content for sure. And I like what this game added to the battle system. Giving you normal arts and super arts. So instead of just having to sit there and use spirit to recover AP or not being able to do any fancy moves for, like, a turn until you get more AP back, you actually use moves to regain AP. And then that lets you do your super moves. Like, that's a much better concept. And then the synergy abilities, the variable arts that let you team up with another character. Like, it's awesome. So yeah, gameplay wise and for side content, definitely like this game better. Spring Sapling says, I'm sorry about earlier. Contact with outsiders is strictly forbidden here. I don't think we even talked to her earlier. I guess we could have tried to talk to all of them when we first got here and they would have just shunned us. If you require anything else, please come back and see me. Give my best to Silent Eagle. He does not speak much, but he has a truly kind heart. I'm sorry, we have no use for money from the outside here. I would be willing to trade items with you, though. Things they can actually use. Summer Sunlight says, oh, that's too bad. Come back if you change your mind. I like their names. Summer Sunlight, Silent Eagle. Lover Barone. Oh, that was a pretty small town. Hey, we got our full pentagon. Yeah. Maya moved over there. Sharon moved from where Ain was to where Maya used to be. And Kazan stayed in the same spot. Oh, we get different camera angles now. Kazan says, "Ho! Ain, you are huge!" Ain says nothing. He didn't really come along to be friends. So, he's gonna make that pretty clear. Sharon says, that's for sure. One of your hands is about as big as Maya's head. That's one way to look at it, sure. Actually, I can see that, yeah. She could definitely, like, pick up Maya, cover Maya's entire face and head with his hand if he wanted to. Maya says, make sure you don't crush it, okay? Yeah, exactly. I wasn't gonna go that far, because obviously, but then she said it. So it's like, you could probably just... Ain says, don't worry. I'm always very careful when I sit. What the fuck? He's like, I won't accidentally sit on you. If that's what you're worried about as well. Lang says, the blue sky shard. Now we can advance into Draconia. Ain says, the Cabal race used to wear these long, long ago. Chief Westwind said something about them being a symbol of one's social standing. Sharon says, I get it. Kind of like a crest, huh? Well, let's hurry to Draconia then. Not before making a pit stop here, apparently. Oh, right. We're about to hammer through all the fucking new scenes with the new character. The new hidden scenes, you know? Ain says, why is the ship in a place like this? Shit, he doesn't know anything about the outside world. We actually have someone sheltered in the party again. Like Noah used to be in the first game. I don't know. Lang says, sorry, I don't really know why. Ain says, really? He smells bullshit.
do bullshit.
Oh shit, what was the top answer? Okay, take that one fast. Because it's a pirate ship. Lang says because it's a pirate ship. If it were out in the open, it would draw too much attention and that would be bad. Ain says, really? Same thing, but now he's just intrigued. They like caves. Lang says, because they like caves. Yeah, that must be it. Ain says, really? Actually confused. Ain says, the ship is huge. Not even Jenga has ships of this size. Sharon, what do you make of this? Sharon says, do you really think we can trust that Kenjiro guy, Lang? I don't think I can. I'm 100% with Sharon. Even Kazan, who's known the guy longer, is Kenjiro, I mean, is siding with Sharon. Clearly, they're the voices of reason. And there he is. The shit-eating grin. Kenjiro says, hey, Lang, now you know that I was telling the truth. You saw the giants on Jenga, didn't you? All you can do is pick the shot from him. You can't even acknowledge what he just said. Okay. Oh, we have our own personal merchant on board, I guess. Dupont says, from Volcanic Isle to some unknown island in the middle of nowhere? We're pirates, not adventurers.
Bruh.
I mean, isn't part of the allure of being a pirate is to be adventurous? Like, that sounded a little... Jenga! Yes, I know what you're talking about, Zodiac. Yes, I thought of that too, honestly. But it was very low-key, just in the back of my mind, so I didn't bother saying anything. But yeah, I think, like, it was almost borderline subconscious I was thinking about it. Because I would hear Jenga and I would picture wooden blocks in my mind. But it wasn't, like, strong enough for me to actually blurt that out and be like, oh yeah, this is, make a joke about it or something. But now that you said that, I'm just like, oh my god, yeah, that is 100%. It's one letter away. Jenga. Dupont says, from Volcanic Isle to some unknown island in the middle of nowhere. We're pirates, not adventurers. Again, that's very weird. You have to be adventurous to be a pirate, I would think, but... Dupont says, so, are you ready to weigh anchor? No. Says, I see. Well, just let me know when you're ready. 1 second. Jan says, if you're real still, you might hear the happy sounds of the ship. She's happy to be moving again. Oh, if you go back to Knoll, Ain plays with the kids. Because, of course, they're just like, oh my god, he's huge! Pick me up! Look at this. Whee! I'm so high up! Me next! My turn, my turn! I want to go next! Me! Please! He has 2 arms. Ain says, kids are so... innocent. Ain acquired the nickname Mr. Giant. I almost thought they were going to say Gentle Giant. It's a beautiful time being a kid, man. When you're so innocent. It's indescribable. We all remember what that was like. It's why we're such suckers for nostalgia. It's why a lot of us are watching this right now. Or even going back and playing it. It was good times, man. It was good times. That's all I can say. Ain says, I am a little tired. Like, they're kids, but they're still heavy. After you've been lifting too many of them up too many times. Mill says, me too. And Luke says, Ain, I'm next. This part is literally called Around the Towns. We're gonna go to every town to see every new scene with Ain in our party. Wait 1 sec. I got a little teary-eyed thinking about nostalgia, you know, like childhood. No, I'm just kidding. I just fucking got itchy for some reason. Which that is, I think the last time I ever did play Jenga, the wooden block game you mentioned, I think was when I was a kid, yeah. Kazan says that Monjiro guy is a spitting image of Kenjiro. Wait, who? Monjiro was not the name of that other guy. Did we miss somebody? Now I actually got an eyelash in my left eye. Fuck. But hold on a second. The second merchant guy we found, that looked like Kenjiro was... He had a different name, didn't he? Pretty sure it wasn't Monjiro. That's why I was like, wait, what the hell's he talking about? Well, anyway, he says that Monjiro guy's a spitting image of Kenjiro. I wonder if they're the same on the inside, too. Is there a new merchant around here? Oh, shit! There he is! Galvin says, food and water and all that stuff, not easy to come by in these parts. Oops, no more complaining. Monjiro says, did I just misremember? I thought he had a completely different name. Anyway, Monjiro says it's impossible to open. With all those monsters around, I can't get my goods delivered. Dang, Monjiro won't be back in commission for a little while longer. Dane says, hey Lang, you know what? Your attitude sucks. That's gonna change. I braved the real world. City to city, I was hardened. Come on, I'm ready. Bring it on! Let's fuck him up. Lang says, sure, let's do it. Dane says, ha! That's the spirit. Do you even know what they call me? They call me Crab Legs. Oh my god, it's the side jumping minigame. I thought we were actually gonna fight him. I was like, let's whoop his ass. But no, it's this shit again.
Bruh.
Dane says, can you handle it? You might never get over the humiliation. This is a bro moment. This is not how I was hoping to humiliate him. But okay. Damn! Dude's gotten fast! I'm talking about the player too, not Dane. But Dane is going faster. This isn't going well. I'm guessing you definitely cannot mash. You have to actually have like a certain rhythm to it. Dane says, well, this. What did I tell you? That's what Crab Legs is all about. You never had a chance.
You suck!
Damn. That shit looked hard. Oh, we went to the clothes shop. Sharon says, these clothes all look really expensive. I wish I could wear something like this every once in a while. You gonna try them on? Sharon says, Maya, what do you think of something like this for you? Maya says, what did you say? She probably picked out something very revealing, and Maya's like, no fucking way would I wear that, right? What the hell's going on? These are her thoughts. Maya says, oh, my, what an awful color. I'd die of shame if anybody ever saw me in it. Oh my god! That's not what I was expecting at all. I was like, what happened with... Damn! We are really seeing a lot more of Maya lately. A lot more sides of her we didn't see before. Apparently she's also a Miss Fashionista over here. She's Miss Thang. She's like, I ain't wearing that shit. That's nasty ass color ain't gonna touch this hot ass. You know, I picture that being her thoughts, but I'm sort of exaggerating, of course. And here it goes. The fake niceness just to let her down easy, right? She's gonna be like, it's nice, but I don't think it's for me, right? Look at her little smile. Maya says, I don't know if it's exactly right for me. Oh, how about this? This would look good on you, Sharon. Sharon says, let me see. Uh-oh. He's gonna bite back. These chicks do not get along. This is like turning into Mean Girls, isn't it? Low-key. Yeah, here it goes. Sharon says, yuck, that's so plain and boring. It does nothing for me. What did you expect Maya would pick out? No, Maya being so picky about the color though? Holy shit. Sharon says, hey, not bad. Sharon says, hey Lang, did you come to see the clothes too? We can't afford any of this, but sure. Maya says, something for Lang. Let's see. How about this? This would look good. Sharon says, no, this one would look best on Lang. No question about it. That one's too gaudy for Lang. You'd look awful in it. Lang's just turning his head. What do you know? That boring thing you've got wouldn't bring out Lang's charm. Lang's like... Maya says, that's not true. This one is the best one, I tell you. The best one, I tell you. Sharon says, no way, I'm telling you, this one is perfect. Cat fight! Lang says, whoa, hold up. Hey, you two. Look at Maya's face. She's like, what? Well, which one do you like? Fuck. This is just like when Maya and Nancy asked us to pick whose cooking was better, man. The best answer is to not choose. Well, it was back then, but this could be a slightly different dynamic. I don't know. Shit. Well, we'll see all three outcomes. Choose Maya's. Lang says, huh? Me? I like the one Maya picked out. Maya says, Lang! Oh, now she's head over heels for him, for sure. Sharon says, how could you? You've got to be kidding. Mine is the best by far. Man with no taste.
You suck!
Sharon says, Lang, you have a lot to learn about taste. Don't worry, you still have potential. God, you sound like my ex. She would say things just like that. Maya says, I'm glad we have the same taste, Lang. I like this one too. What do you think? Okay. This has become the battle between Tifa and Aerith, essentially. But obviously they're completely different personalities from those two characters. But what I'm saying is, it's like, pick your waifu, basically. Who's gonna be the one that ends up with Lang? And the player gets to pick who he gets to, like, crush on more. Lang says, huh? Me? I like the one Sharon picked out. Maya's devastated. She didn't say anything, but she just did that face like, no. Her heart just shattered. Sharon says, see? What'd I tell you? He'd never choose anything boring and plain like that. Oh my god. Dude, you remember when we first met Sharon? Sharon and Maya kind of like got along a little bit. But that's like typically how friends between girls start, right? They start off being like fake nice to each other, and then one of them shows their true colors, and it's just like, that's what Sharon's doing, man. She started off being kind of nice to Maya, and now she's just like, Lang's mine, bitch. Maya says, how could you? Aww. Dude, every time Maya gets shunned, I genuinely feel awful. Like, these are the moments that make me side more with Maya. Like, I know I said Sharon's more my type earlier, but these are the moments where I'm just like, oh my god, I can't. Like, that's just too mean. That's too mean, man. I can't side with Sharon on this one. Maya says, you're both weird. Neither one of you have any taste. Like, she looks like she's about to cry, man. That's awful. Sharon's a douchebag. Chances, I knew it. I knew you had good taste, Lang. Maya says, Lang and Sharon just don't get it. Really? Here we go. The nuclear option. Say, don't choose. Don't pick either one. Oh my god. Yeah, that... See, if I had a fondness meter, that interaction would make my fondness for Sharon go down a little bit, and then my fondness for Maya go up, you know? It's just like one of those things where your relationship is constantly changing with that person as the game goes on, you know? One of those kinds of games. That's how it's going in my head. Lang says, let's see. Maya's is very nice, but Sharon's is very nice too. Sharon says, look, they're just clothes, okay? Just spit it out. Pick one of them. Maya says, well, which one? Lang says, well, let me think here. He's like, maybe this one? No, wait. This one too. Sharon says, you're taking all the fun out of it. I don't even care anymore. I'm gonna go look for my own clothes.
You suck!
Maya says, yeah, I'm gonna look for something for myself too. Take your time and look around, Ling. Nobody ended up with hurt feelings, at least. Sharon says, if I'd been born a noble, would I have to dress like this every day? What a bother. Maya says, yikes, look at the price. Does anyone actually pay this much for clothes? All rich people have left to do with their money is find the most expensive thing to spend it on. That's their version of first world problems, like I said before. There we go. Anyway. So what do we call that? Zero world problems? That's oddly fitting, actually. I don't know. Oh, we got the money for that sword. We're coming back here for it, finally. But yeah, see, just like last time with Nancy and Maya, Lang gets dissed a little bit, but at least the ladies don't end up on bad terms with each other or something. Like, none of them feel hurt. Which I know someone would probably look at that and be like, yeah, that's a pussy answer, you suck. It's like, you know what, maybe. But fuck me for caring about other people's feelings, alright? I would hate to have to choose between two people like that. I know Sharon's, obviously, she took it with more stride, but even then. But when Maya got shunned, oh my god, I felt awful. That was horrible. Like, I just wanted to, like, coddle her and, like, wrap her in a blanket and give her a hug and tell her it was gonna be okay. After I saw her get sad like that. I was just like, Maya, no! Gunther says, how about it? Decided to buy it? The Doombringer? I guess I have the money now, sure. Lang says, well, I guess I'll take that sword. Gunther says, 1, 2, 3. Yep, it's all here. 50,000 gold. The sword's all yours now. Use it well. Acquired the Doombringer. Gunther says, you made a good purchase. Well, see you around. Fuck? Just jumps right off the building. Lang's confused. I think we just got ripped off. Lang says, so this is the Doombringer? What? Hey, it broke!
Surprise, motherfucker!
I didn't see that coming. The Doombringer is now broken. Lang says, ah, damn it, he conned me!
Fuck!
Well, shit, man. Why'd I get the feeling that's the precursor to a side quest, though? I don't think we've seen the last of that guy. Ain says, look at all the shops. What fun. Hey, he's starting to enjoy himself, see? He's starting to enjoy the outside world. He's opening his mind. John says, hey, come get a drink with me over there. Just for a few minutes. Damn, this guy's very forward at hitting on Sharon. Sharon says, what a pain you are. If you don't leave me alone, I'll slash you. She does have a sword on her. You better be careful, buddy. John says, you've got the greatest voice. You've slashed through to my heart. Come on, hang out with me for a while. Wow, he's persistent. Sharon says, Lang, I'm so glad to see you. Do something about this guy for me, will you? Make him stop hitting on her, or it's none of my business. Oh, here we go. This ought to be good. Lang says, what? What's that got to do with me? Don't get me involved. Sharon says, hey, after all the battles we fought together side by side, you wouldn't just desert a friend, would you? I was actually in this situation. Of course, I actually, you know, luckily the guy was, you know, spineless, so it didn't take much for me to get him to back off. But there, like, I had basically a girl who needed to get bailed out because, like, this guy was being way too, you know, in her face and, like, making her very uncomfortable. So I had to, like, somebody, like, we were just, it was at a bar, we were hanging out with some friends, and then somebody just whispered to me, hey, you need to go save her. And I was like, save her? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, save her how? And I was like, and I looked over and I saw, you know, what was happening. And luckily he wasn't getting, like, touchy-feely with her yet, but he was being a little too, like I said, in her face, and she was clearly uncomfortable. And I was like, you want me to save her? She's like, yeah, go. And I improvised and just pretended to be her boyfriend. And then the guy immediately backed off when I just rolled up and, like, put my arm around there and was like, hey, what's up? And he was just like, oh, hey, he just made some excuse to just, like, back off. He's like, oh, I gotta go, but yeah, take it, you know, just fucking left. I don't even remember what the fuck he said. It was, like, incredibly easy. Thank God. Because if it had been, you know, if it had gone any other way, I don't know how much I would have been able to do at that point, because I'm definitely not a fighter. I'm not even gonna pretend that. But that worked, thankfully. So, but yeah, I can see why Sharon's pissed. Sonic says no, but Sharon, this is your problem, not mine. Oh! Sharon says, but friends help each other. I can't believe you could be that cold. Yeah. That's heartless. John says, ah, this is no fun. I give up. Oh, well, that worked. Sharon says, after all the times we fought together, how could you? Well, say something. Lang says, hey, he's gone now.
Bruh.
Sharon says, he is? Oh, you're right. But really, Lang, you really shouldn't be so cold to your friends. Yeah, she got me with that one. That was kind of, yeah, that was fucked up, Lang. You should have at least tried to do something. Sharon says, trying to pick me up? I don't think so. Not in a million years. Yeah, because she's already got her eyes set on Lang. She's like, I'm the one who picks. Who I fuck around with. Lang says, come on, you're bothering her. Leave her alone. You're making a fool of yourself. Yeah, I didn't even have to say all that to get the guy to back off. John says, who the hell are you? Don't try to weasel your way in between us. You see, things would have started to go a little bit... Thankfully, you know, other friends were there, so it's not like I wouldn't have had backup if the guy had been like that, but thankfully it didn't go that far. Sharon says, you're the one that's the weasel. Lang and I have a really special relationship. No room for you here. Nothing can come between the two of us.
You bastard! You suck!
John says, damn, I'm not giving up. Oh, that was a different outcome. That just inspired him to try harder, apparently. Sharon says, thank you, Lang. That type never leaves you alone unless they think you have somebody else. Well, he sounded like he's still gonna persist, though. There's that type, too. The ones that don't care. Lang says, so... What were you saying? Something about a really special relationship? Sharon says, what? Lang? You want a really special relationship with me?
He's pulling his cock out!
And of course Lang's reaction is, ah! Sharon says, I'm just kidding, just a joke. Why are you looking at me like that? Good times. This is what I'm saying. These kind of moments are what I like better about this game that the first game didn't have. Though again, I feel like it was a budget issue. That's probably why. Sharon says, trying to pick me up? I don't think so. Not in a million years. Just like last time. Well, that was fun. Who else are we gonna find around here? Maya's looking at jewelry. Yeah, she has such pretty eyes. That is one thing aside, like, I like her hair and her eyes. That's definitely something she has going over Sharon, for sure. For me, anyway. I like her eyes and her hair better. Like, she's got a prettier face in general. Maya says, what a beautiful ring. I wish it were mine. If I had something like that, maybe he... Oh.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, Lang! I totally didn't just hear that. And I'm totally not about to just buy you this ring. And make you, you know... super, happy or whatever. Which one first? Pretend you didn't hear. Lang says, I'll pretend I didn't hear her. I don't want her begging me for it or anything. I don't want her begging me for it or anything. Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
That's not really... That's not something Maya would ever do. That's definitely not in her character. Maya says, hey, Lang, which one do you think is best? Lang says, who? Me? I don't know anything about jewelry. Sorry. Maya says, oh, you don't? Oh, she got really sad. Talk to her about it. Lang says, which one do you want? That big blue one? Maya says, no, the one below that. The pink one. Oh, dude, look at her eyes. Like, when he said, it's nice, they actually moved a little bit to the right. Like, I didn't even think the graphics were actually on that level in this game. Being that it's a PS2 game and all that, I didn't think they could actually have eye movement like that. Lang says, it's nice. It would look good on you, Maya. Maya says, do you think so, Lang? Really? In that case, I've made up my mind. Lang says, made up your mind? What are you gonna do? Maya just giggles. It's a secret. See? Adorable. Maya's adorable. Lang says, you want it, Maya? Why don't I buy it for you? How much was it again? Shit. No, not far enough back. Holy shit, he picks that too quick. I'm gonna have to do a frame by frame on this. Okay, 30,000. Jesus. That's a fuck ton. Why don't I buy it for you? Maya says, really? No, don't waste your money on me. Being humble, acting like she doesn't want it when she does. Lang says, no, it's okay. Really? Lang bought diamond ring. Try it on, Maya. Maya says, okay. How does it look? Well, they didn't have enough budget to actually put it on her finger. Lang says, hey, it looks good on you. It's real cute, Maya. Maya says, thank you, Lang. She's super cute. I think her infatuation with Lang, their dynamic and their relationship is definitely like... I would definitely ship them. Like, as much as I personally, you know, said I find Sharon more attractive, that's for myself mostly. And yeah, she lost some brownie points with how her and Lang could potentially make Maya feel bad if you know, pick the other clothing option or whatever. But like, I could definitely see Lang and Maya being a thing for sure. Like, if we're going about it a more like, I don't want to say realistic, but just like looking at their personality types, I feel like Lang and Maya are definitely probably a better combination than with Sharon for sure. Maya says, and there's, I went to not fast enough, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff too. Hey, don't you think this would look good on Sharon? Maya's so nice. She's still willing to like, I mean, those conversations are optional, so it can still make sense if you haven't seen them. Where she's like hitting on Lang right in front of her. But still, Maya's just super innocent and nice. So it makes her cute, but at the same time it's like, oh my god. She needs to be protected. An expensive piece of artwork, a ring with a pink diamond set in pure gold. A pink diamond. Damn, that has to look pretty, actually pretty, yeah. Very pretty. It's too bad we couldn't actually see it. Oh, Ains here. Ain says, Lang, I've got a favor to ask you. Lang says, what is it, Ain? I need some money. The fuck? Lang says, what's up all of a sudden? Ain says, in Jenga, we don't need money. I wanted to see what it was like to actually use it. He just wants to know what it's like to buy something. Give him some money, 10,000 gold. Don't give him any money, can't decide. Oh, here we go again. Lang says, I'm sorry, I need my money. I can't afford to give you any, Ain. Ain says, oh, okay, I understand. He's a little sag, but he gets it. Don't give him any. Or can't decide. Lang says, what should I do? I could lend him the money, but would he ever pay it back? Probably not. Ain says, don't worry about it, Lang. That's okay. Sorry for asking. He could tell by your face. Alright, let's just not be a cheapskate and give him 10 grand. Lang says, okay, sure. Let's see. Is 10,000 gold enough? Ain says, I don't really know how much that is, but thank you. Lang gave Ain 10,000 gold. You could have given him like a penny, dude. Ain says, Lang, wait a minute. What did you buy, dude? Lang says, hey, Ain, did you have fun shopping? Ain says, I want to give this back to you. Ain gave Lang 10,000 gold. Lang says, didn't you go shopping? Ain says, yes. I looked at the stuff and took out the money, but they said I didn't have to pay. The fuck? They looked at me and they got really scared. Am I really that scary? Oh man, you have a very intimidating aura figure. It's your size too. Like, you're very intimidating looking, dude, alright? It's not a bad thing, like, but you sure are is the answer you can give them. You're not all that scary, or you're not scary at all. Okay, what are we gonna say first? You sure are. Lang says, actually, I was really scared of you too, Ain. Ain says, oh, really? You're tall as hell, man, and you're fucking ripped. You like you could snap me in half like a twig. Lang says, you? Scary? Nah, you're not scary at all, Lane. You were probably just imagining things. Lane says, really? That's good. It's cute. He's got a little insecure about it. It's good to know he doesn't actually want to be intimidating, you know? Because that was one thing. I was like, which one would he prefer? Which answer? Would he be like proud to know that he was intimidating or not? No, he'd rather not. Lang says, no, not really. You're not that scary, Aim. Aim says, oh, okay. That's good then. The middle of the road answer. Yeah, these character interactions are fucking great. I'm starting to actually also feel like, why were people so bothered that it was like, sure, it wasn't such a dark and serious storyline, but this is honestly really fucking fun, you know? This is a fun adventure, especially when doing all this side content. There's so much like little slice of life things, you know? Kazan says, Bloodhawk. I never thought I'd board this ship again. It must be fate. Maya's just chilling in here. Maya says, I used to think that pirates were scary, but I guess I was wrong, wasn't I, Ling? You're being lied to, the last answer. What was the first one? You weren't wrong? You weren't wrong. Okay. Lang says, no, Maya. Pirates steal property from other people. I don't think you can call a group like that good people. Maya says, that's a terrible thing to say. Look, she got pissed. Look at her frown. She's like, you asshole. You bastard! That's a terrible thing to say. I'm sure they have a very good reason for stealing. Oh my god. You see what I mean now about the wrapping her up in a blanket and all that stuff? She's way too innocent, bro. Like, oh my god. I'm sure they have a good reason for stealing. These are not bad people. That's because from what they told us, these pirates in particular don't steal from people. The village over there was telling us that they actually helped them out. But other pirates are not as nice. Maya says she's not a bad person. She offered to let us use her ship, didn't she? She's also swooping in on your man constantly, but you don't seem to mind that. You're being lied to. Lang says, I'm not so sure. Maybe they just want us to be indebted to them. Maybe later they'll want to get some kind of payment. Well, I can think of one kind of payment that Sharon wants from you in particular, Lang.
He's pulling his cock out!
Maya says, Lang, is that really what you think? She's mad again. Shame on you, Lang. You need to learn how to trust people. She reminds me of my first girlfriend. Same exact... She's basically Maya. Like, just super naive, overly naive and trusting. Maya says she's not a bad person. She offered to let us use her ship, didn't she? I'm realizing now I low-key basically dated Maya and then Sharon. Their personalities are almost super close. I'd say Sharon a little different, but not that. No, actually, no. The more I think about it, no. I basically dated them both. That's the more I think about it. Yeah, my first girlfriend was basically Maya, her personality, and then the second was Sharon. It just barely hit me right now. I was like, I'm having flashbacks of my relationships, and I'm just like, dude. Lang says, yeah, you're right. We can't really offer them anything, but they're still willing to help us. Maya says that's because they understand. They must know why we're fighting. That's why they're helping. That's gotta be it. Are you trying to convince me or yourself, Maya? Because your face looked like you're not sure there. Bruh. Isn't it wonderful how helpful they've been? Let's make sure we do our part too, Lang.
Dude, bullshit.
Kanjiro says, hey, Lang, now you know that I was telling the truth. You saw the giants on Jingo. Okay, yeah, same thing. Now we're actually buying some shit from him. Kazan says, anyway, Ain, is that mark on your shoulder the birthmark? Ain says it's a tribal emblem, proving I'm a warrior. It's not the birthmark. I mean, I kind of figured that. I remember this conversation from years ago when I played this. But yeah, this time around though, like when we first met Ain a little while ago, I kind of figured just because they were calling us, what is it again? Nature speakers or whatever? When he said that, I was like, oh, clearly he's not he's not a mystic like us, otherwise, you know, they wouldn't be differentiating between himself and us. So like, I obviously as a kid I missed that hint, and I actually thought he might have also been a mystic until this part where they tell us clearly that he's not. It's just a tattoo. Yeah. He's the one character in the whole game of our whole party that doesn't have an origin. He's all physical attacks basically. I mean, look at him. He's a brick shithouse. He's obviously meant to they obviously just put nothing but fucking attack power into this dude and defense. Sharon says, hee hee, now I get it. You're too embarrassed to talk about your origin. Oh my god, Sharon actually thinks he has one. Aha! Your origin must be a squid or something. Maya says, a squid origin? What's that? Sharon says, a weird wriggling creature with 10 tentacles. Ain says, there's no such thing. Sharon says, don't you worry. We're all friends. You don't have to hide your true self. Oh my god. Ain said, I said there's no such thing. A squid origin. I want to see one too. Ling's internal thoughts. Ling says the blue sky shard. Now we can advance into Draconia. Ain says the Cabal race used to wear these long ago. Wait, did we see this dialogue before? I feel like we might have, but hold on. What did he just say? Chief Westman says something about them being a symbol of one's social standing. I don't remember this. Sharon says, I get it. Kind of like a crest, huh? Well, let's hurry to Draconia then. If we did have that conversation, my mind must have been somewhere else because I don't remember that at all. Made chocolate pie. Damn it, dude. I gotta go to bed soon. Don't make me hungry. Maya says, I think I baked it well, but how is it? Lang says, yeah, this is amazingly crisp pastry. Kazan says, no matter how much dessert I eat, it never fills me up. I think we've eaten this before, but we didn't have all these characters yet. Sharon says, I agree, because they say there's always room for dessert. Ain says, it's good. I want more. Yeah, we did eat this recently. We just didn't have everybody yet. We got our full party now, though. Popular Edo dishes. Ain has learned to cook baked crab shell. What was the other book? Crazy About Stew. This old book. All of our old recipe books work for the new characters, so... Ain has learned to cook pot au feu, which I probably butchered the pronunciation of that, but you know what?
You bastard!
It is what it is. I don't know how to pronounce that shit. Explorers knows... No, we don't need that. Where is it? Upper crust dessert. Ain has learned to cook brownies. Are we talking special brownies or just the normal regular bland kind? Oh, what's this? Even Sharon hadn't learned something from this one. Cooking today. Sharon has learned to cook Spanish omelets. God damn it, dude. I know what I'm having for breakfast tomorrow. Ain has learned to cook custard. Bruh. My mouth is watering too much. Dude, we've almost filled out the whole recipe book. Actually, I don't know. We have to scroll a little bit more to see if that's true. You've made custard using egg and whatever the fuck the other ingredient was. Ain says, go ahead and eat. Lang says, hey, did you really make this, Ain? It's really good. I says, very good. It has a very subtle flavor. Kazan says, ugh. What's this? What is this sweet thing? Sharon says, custard. You think it was tofu or something? I don't think I've ever had tofu. Have I? Starting to hit me. I don't think I've tried tofu before. Lang says, Ain, you're so big, but you don't eat any more than we do. Ain said, is there something wrong with that? Link says, I thought you'd eat twice or 3 times as much. Ain says, I couldn't eat that much. Maya says, what kind of food do you like? What do you hate? Ain says, I don't like hot food, and I don't like meat either. Sharon says, really? That's a surprise. You look like you could wolf down a whole cow. Ain says, what clouds your soul, or meat clouds your soul. A cloudy soul distorts your heart, and a distorted heart leads to corruption. Sharon says, oh my goodness. He's back to the way he was when we first met him. She's not wrong. So he's vegan then. Interesting. Not really though, because he is still willing to eat any dishes you make, whether they have meat in them or not. But obviously he tends to avoid it if he can though, based on what he just said. I almost said earlier when they were saying about his size, how they're surprised he eats so little. I almost interjected myself and said, and now it actually kind of does feel appropriate. I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure gorillas don't eat anywhere near as much as most of us tend to sometimes, and they're fucking huge. You know? And yeah, I think some of them might eat like some grubs and all that, but they mostly eat like fruits. And they're still gigantic and super muscular. So you can't completely judge, you know, somebody's diet based on what their build looks like this guy being all muscular. They assumed he would eat a lot and that he would eat a lot of meat, but no, he doesn't. Either of those, and he's still humongous. Sharon says, Ain, you like sweet things, don't you? Ain says, sweet things? Sharon says, yeah. Whenever you eat chocolate or cake or stuff like that, you get this smile on your face. Ain says, I smile? He's not even aware. Sharon says, yes, you do. You look pretty nice when you're eating sweets. You mean you can't tell when you're smiling? Ain says, so I smile, do I? Ain acquired the nickname Sweet Tooth. That's cute. We had a wholesome moment with him. I mean, I thought because he's also, you know, pretty sheltered. Kind of like, a little bit like Maya. Like I said, in this case, he's more than Maya. He's more sheltered than Maya. It was also kind of cute seeing him deal with the whole money situation. Okay, I definitely recognize the conversation this time. Cabbage roll? Let's see what happens here. Link says, took me longer than I expected. Maya says, wow. You know, the soup really seasoned the meat. This is really good. Kazan says, this isn't enough for me. Wish I had some rice too. Sharon says, I want some bread. Ain says, it's good. I had something like this dish in Jenga. Also, finally, regarding what Ain said about meat clouding the soul, I will say, even though I'm not, you know, like fully vegan, 99% of my diet is these days, almost every day, but I will say that it has not eating that much meat has made me feel a little bit more clear-headed for sure. Like there's something to what he's saying there. I do feel a little bit more clear-headed, but I always just assumed that was just because when I changed up my diet to what it is now, it just has a lot more nutrition in it. Like it's just more nutritious in general. Like I never really attributed that to decreasing the amount of, that was just a coincidence that I decreased the amount of meat that I'm eating. It just coincided that I get a lot more of my calories from nutritious vegetables and everything else. So I didn't really know if that was it or not, but I've heard similar reports from people that actually go like full vegan and stuff, so maybe there's something to that. But on the occasion, like when I do occasionally eat meat or animal products, which again is not every day, I don't feel a difference. But that just could be because, you know, most of my diet isn't meat anymore. It's like, basically, if you just eat it once in a while, it doesn't have the same effect as if you're eating it every single day, you know? That's what I attribute it to, so I didn't really think about it that way. Part 43, Volcanic Isle, we're finally here. Okay, this is where we'll start tomorrow, or the next time I stream, which will hopefully be tomorrow. I know I skipped a day, what was it, yesterday? Or the day before? Yesterday I was sleep deprived. That's why right now I hardly remember that I did stream yesterday. But I know I skipped the day before yesterday. Because just things just piled up on me that day. But hopefully I'll be able to come back tomorrow and be consistent again. But yeah, we'll leave it here for now. Where's the music at? Almost forgot about it. There we go. But yeah, so as always, thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate the support across any platform. There it is. As always, please take care of yourselves, look after each other, stay safe, don't die, all that good stuff. And until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. And I will see you all then. Peace. Oh good, we got a nice wholesome image of the whole crew here. That's nice. And this music does not fit at all.